The journey from Dirang to Shergaon is a scenic descent to the eastern Himalayas, transitioning from alpine landscapes to lush forests and charming Monpa villages. Winding through narrow mountain roads, the route offers views and rhododendron groves, pine forests, and cascading streams. Birdwatchers particularly enjoy the stretch for sighting of warblers, nutcrackers, and babblers.
Black-faced laughing thrush is a striking bird of the eastern Himalayan forests recognized by its olive-brown plumage, contrasting black face and throat, and soft buff-colored streaking across its breast and flanks. Its bold face pattern and long tail give it a distinctive look among mixed flocks it often joins. Found typically at elevation between 2,000 and 3,500 meters, this laughing thrush prefers dense undergrowth in temperate forests, especially in rhododendron and oak zones, where it moves energetically in groups foraging for insects and berries. Social and vocal, the black-faced laughing thrush lives up to its name with a range of loud chattering and laughing calls that echo through the forest. These birds are often seen moving through the understory or low branches in small flocks, sometimes mixed with other laughing thrushes and babblers. Their social behavior and constant movement make them engaging to observe, especially during early morning hours when they are most active. Despite their noisy presence, their coloration blends well with the forest shadows, making them surprisingly hard to spot without patience.
The white-collared blackbird is a handsome high-altitude thrush found across the Himalayan ranges from northern India through Nepal, Bhutan,
White collar,
and
huh?
into western China. The adult male is striking with glossy black plumage and a prominent white collar or neck ring, while females are duller, often dark brown with a less distinct collar. This bird typically inhabits coniferous and mixed forests between 2,000 to 4,000 meters, often seen foraging on the ground or hopping along forest trails in search of insects, earthworms, and berries. Solitary or seen in pairs, the white-collared blackbird is generally shy and quiet, preferring dense forest edges and scrubby undergrowth near alpine meadows or woodland slopes. It is most active during early morning and late afternoons, perching silently on moss-covered rocks or low branches before dropping down to feed. Despite its reserved behavior can be detected by its soft, fruity song and occasional alarm calls, especially during the breeding season in spring and early summer. In regions like Dirang, Mandala, and Sela Pass in Arunachal Pradesh, the species is a special sighting for birders due to its elegant appearance and elusive nature. Its presence in undisturbed high altitude habitats is a sign of minimal human disturbance and a healthy environment.
The Eurasian nutcracker is a fascinating and robust bird of the coniferous forests and subalpine zones of Eurasia, including the Himalayas and the higher reaches of northeastern India. Easily recognized by its dark brown plumage, speckled and white, sturdy black bill, and sturdy feet, it is closely related to crows and jays. This bird is commonly found at elevation between 2,500 and 4,000 meters, particularly in pine, spruce, and fir forests, where it plays a vital ecological role. One of the most remarkable traits of the Eurasian nutcracker is its cache behavior. It collects and stores seeds, especially in pine nuts, in hidden ground caches to survive harsh winters. In doing so, it inadvertently helps in seed dispersal and forest regeneration, especially of species like Himalayan pine and cedar. They are mostly solitary or seen in pairs and have a variety of harsh grating calls often used for communication. In birding locations like Sarapas, Mandala, and even high altitude ridges near Tawang, the Eurasian nutcracker is a notable sight particularly in autumn when they are most active in collecting seeds. They are not very shy, often perching openly on conifers or flying across open forest edges. For bird watchers and naturalists, spotting a Eurasian nutcracker is not only a treat due to its unique behavior and appearance, but also a glimpse into the intricate ecological networks of Himalayan coniferous forests.
The green shrike babbler is a small, vibrant bird of the eastern Himalayas known for its beautiful olive green plumage, yellow underparts, and a distinctive shrike like hooked bill. Despite its name, it is now classified under the Vireo family rather than babblers, reflecting its unique evolutionary lineage. This bird typically inhabits montane broadleaf and mixed forests of elevation ranging from 1,800 to 3,000 meters, where it moves about actively in the mid canopy, often as part of mixed species flocks. Though not particularly vocal, the green shrike babbler has a sweet whistle call that adds to the forest soundscape. It is an insectivore, occasionally supplementing its diet with berries and uses its hooked bill to forage in crevices and foliage. Its secretive nature and preference for dense cover can make it difficult to spot, but its bright coloration and flickering movements among the leaves give it away to the patient birder.
Gray-sided bush warbler is a small skulking bird found in the subtropical and temperate undergrowth of the eastern Himalayas, including parts of Arunachal Pradesh. True to its name, it has grayish flanks, olive brown upper parts, and a pale eyebrow, giving it a subtly beautiful appearance. This warbler is most often found in dense shrubbery, bamboo thickets, and grassy slopes, usually between 1,500 and 3,000 meters in elevation. Though shy and often hidden, its rich, repetitive song is a reliable indicator of its presence, especially during the breeding season. The gray-sided bush warbler is insectivorous, foraging low in the vegetation and often hopping quietly through leaf litter or climbing slender stems. Despite its secretive habits, it is quite territorial and becomes more visible during spring and early summer when it sings from semi-exposed perches to defend its spaces. Birders in regions like Shergaon, Mandala, and Dirang often detect this species by sound before catching fleeting glimpses as it darts through the thick undergrowth. Its presence signifies healthy, undisturbed mid-altitude forest edges, making it a rewarding sighting for those exploring the region's avian diversity. The blue-fronted redstart is one of the most visually striking redstarts of the Himalayan region. Adult males are usually recognized by their vibrant blue head, throat, and upper parts, which sharply contrast with their rich orange underparts and tail. Females, while less vividly colored, exhibit a soft brown plumage with warm rufous hues on the flanks and tail. This species is a medium-sized redstart measuring around 16 centimeters, and it exhibits the characteristic tail-flicking and ground foraging behavior common to redstart. Blue-fronted redstart breeds in alpine meadows and often coniferous forests across the Himalayas, generally between 3,000 and 4,500 meters, and descends to lower elevations 1,500 to 2,500 meters during the winter months. In its summer range, it nests in tree cavities of amongst rocks and shrubs, often choosing sites well concealed from predators. Both sexes participate in caring for the young, feeding them a diet primarily consisting of insects, larvae, and small invertebrates. Their presence for rocky open areas interspersed with vegetation makes them relatively easy to observe in breeding grounds. During winter, the blue-fronted redstart becomes a familiar sight in open fields, orchards, forest clearings, and even near human settlements in the Himalayan foothills. These birds are territorial and often solitary in winter, perching upright on exposed branches or rocks from where they make quick sallies to catch prey. Their sweet musical song and high-pitched call make add charm to the cold landscape, especially in places like Dirang, Tawang, and Selapas in Arunachal Pradesh. Despite their relatively calm demeanor, they are alert and cautious birds when disturbed. They dart quickly into nearby bushes or up into trees, flicking their tails nervously before resuming their foraging. Their habit of returning to the same perch after a foraging flight makes them predictable to observe and photograph, much to the delight of bird watchers. Males in breeding plumage are particularly captivating as they display their vivid colors in the sun. The blue-fronted redstart plays a small but important role in the local ecosystem by helping to control insect population and by contributing to seed dispersal when they occasionally consume small fruits. Their seasonal movements also reflect a delicate balance of life in the Himalayan environment.
Adios, my birding friends.
See you all next in episode 8 Arunachal Pradesh.